As we end today with a poet and activist from the Marshall Islands sharing a poem about climate change.
My name is Kathy Jetnil-Kijiner. I'm from the Marshall Islands, and I'm about to perform my piece, my poem called 2 Degrees. The other night, my 1-year-old was a fever pressed against my chest. Together, we wrestled with a thermometer that read 99.8 degrees. The doctor says technically 100.4 is a fever, but I can see her flushed face, how she drapes across my lap, listless. Libanum is usually a wobbly walking toddler, all chunks and duck-footed shaky knees, stomping squeaky yellow light-up shoes across the edge of the reef. And I think what a difference a few degrees can make. Scientists say if humans warm the world more than 2 degrees, then catastrophe will hit. Imagine North American wildfires increasing by 400%, freshwater declining by 30%, animal extinction rising by 20%, thousands, millions left wondering what happened. At a climate change conference, a colleague tells me 2 degrees is just a benchmark for climate negotiations. I tell him 2 degrees is a gamble. At 2 degrees, my islands, the Marshall Islands, is already underwater. This is why our leaders push for 1.5. Seems small, like 0.5 degrees shouldn't matter. Like 0.5 degrees are just crumbs. Like the Marshall Islands must look on a map, just crumbs you dust off the table, wipe your hands clean of. Today, Libanum is feeling better. She bobs around our backyard, drops pebbles and leaves into a plastic bucket before emptying them out and dropping them in again. As I watch her, I think about futility. I think about the world making the same mistakes again and again since the Industrial Revolution, since 1977, when a scientist said 2 degrees was just an estimate. On Kile Island, the tides were underestimated. Patients sleeping in a clinic with a nuclear history threaded into their bloodlines woke to a wild water world, a rushing rapid of salt, a sewage of syringe and gauze. Later, they wheeled their hospital beds out, left them resting in the sun. They must be stained, rusted, our people creaking brackish from salt spray and nuclear radiation blasts, so tired. Wondering if the world will leave us out to dry in the sun. Will they dust their hands of us, wipe them clean? My father tells me that irik, the Marshallese word for when the tide is nearest an equilibrium, is the best time for fishing. Maybe that's what I'm doing, fishing for recognition, writing the world, willing the world to find its balance. So that people remember that beyond the discussions, beyond the policy, the statistics, there are faces all the way out here. There is a baby stomping squeaky yellow light-up shoes across the edge of a reef, not yet underwater.
Okay. That was Kathy Jetnil-Kijiner of the Marshall Islands, and that does it for our broadcast.